Good day, everyone. I'm PERMA, a student of River State University from the Department of Psychology, and I plan on educating you about the good life in positive psychology. What is the good life? The good life has very different meanings to very many people, although there are some aspects about the good life that many people will probably agree on, such like material comfort, happiness, overall well-being, engagement in meaningful activity or work, or even belonging to a community. All these bring a sense of fulfillment and make people feel like life is worth living. However, the question of what the good life actually is has been debated on throughout history. Let's take a look at Aristotle's view about the good life. Aristotle claimed that the acquisition of both intellectual virtues and character virtue were what make the highest good. He claimed that what differentiates us from animals are our ability to reason. According to Aristotle, a person has achieved a good life when he has the basic ability to grasp, learn, and retain memory. But not only did he say this, he said in addition to the intellectual virtue, you also have to have character virtue. For you to have a good life, you have to live right. And for you to live right, you have to develop basic characters that will help you to perform those right actions, such like courage, temperance, generosity, kindness, etc. All these are what he claimed to be the character virtue. Basically, Aristotle claimed that the combination or acquisition of both intellectual virtue and character virtue were what made an individual have a good life. And he translated or identified the good life to have happiness, which he also identified with the Greek word eudaimonia. Enough about the history on the good life. Let's look at theories about the good life. The first theory we'll be looking on is the hedonic treadmill or hedonic adaptation, which was introduced by Donald Campbell and Philip Brickman in 1971. This theory basically states that whatever happens to us, good or bad, we will always return to our baseline of happiness. You got a job, you got a car, you got a house, but look deep down. You have always been at a certain level and you will forever return to that level, no matter the greatest good or the lowest good happens in your life. So it basically states that there is no greater happiness. And if you think the good life is just about constant happiness by more achievements, the treadmill will humble you, because it's just basically telling you that whatever you do, whatever length or height or happiness that you reach, you will forever return to your natural baseline of happiness. But nevertheless, it doesn't stop you from getting that happiness that you want. Which brings us to our next theory, the PERMA theory. The PERMA theory is very different from the hedonic treadmill. It basically answers the question of what we can do to make the happiness we get from whatever we do last longer. PERMA is an acronym for positive emotion, engagement, relationship, meaning, and accomplishment. Let's start with positive emotion. This has to do with savoring good memories with good positive emotion, like joy, happiness, hope, and optimism. Engagement. This has to do with being fully absorbed with something. This can otherwise be said as the flow state, which has to do with an individual being consciously engaged in an activity. Relationship, which entails deep supportive connection, meaning belonging to something bigger than you, and accomplishments, meaning goals that you pursue. Building your life around these 5 things can help your happiness and as well as your well-being last longer. Good life needs to be based on what that means to you. So let's take a look at some steps on how you can achieve that. Number 1, clarify your values. What is important to you? What interests you? What do you want to be remembered for, basically? So clarify what is important to you. Secondly, invest in the life domain where you have found what is important to you. Whatever field you are doing or whatever you have chosen to do, what area do you want to practice that discipline? 3, invest your strengths. This can simply be seen as basically that. 4, after investing in your strengths, set value goals. Set goals and actually execute them. And lastly, ensure healthy relationship that will aid you to achieve what you have put your mind in. We all want the good life, whatever that means to us individually. If you currently struggle, I hope you consider these strategies, especially being clear on what is important to you. We've come to the end of this video. Bye!